Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Sophie Erber. A group of Siouxland women are coming together tonight to support one another after the unimaginable has happened to their families. It's losing a child. The Sunnybrook Community Church is now opening their doors to a new group that's just formed in recent months for grieving mothers across Siouxland. KCAU 9 News reporter Marina Bach sharing how this group came to be and what they're hoping to accomplish in our top story for you at 5.
Sophie, the death of a child is, of course, one of the most painful events a parent could ever experience. Today, I sat down with 2 Siouxland mothers who have both recently lost a child. The women are now using their experience to connect with other grieving mothers to help provide support.
They say laughter is the best medicine, but it's taken some time for these women to smile again.
I don't want this to happen to anyone else, so, but it may, and so that's what we're here for.
Francine Holtzen and Mandy Clausen share a special bond. They both are mothers that have lost a child.
We just really felt like there needed to be a place where moms could go and find hope in a real relationship with other moms who are clinging on to hope as well.
The pair decided to form a grieving mothers group at Sunnybrook Church after a number of women approached them, sharing their own experiences with losing a child.
Through some of the hurt and pain, that God is redeeming it, that God is working through it in their lives and their families and beyond. We just want to support that and not get in the way.
The group plans to have their first meeting on October 26th, and from there they're going to meet quarterly.
We want to provide a time for moms to really be able to connect with one another through small group discussion and really experience the hope of having to live this new and different life.
The new support system aims to provide mothers with an outlet to experience faith and healing as they navigate their new normal.
And it was so comforting to me, too, to just talk with other moms who are maybe 10 years down the road, 6 years down the road, 3 years down the road, to be like, okay, like, they're doing this, they're living life still, and that brought me a lot of hope, too.
So God, whoever you want.
And both women wanted me to reiterate that this group is open to any mother that has lost a child, whether that be 10 years ago or a week ago. And if you would like to participate in the group, we'll have a link on our website where you can get registered. That's SiouxlandProud.com. Marina Bach, KCAU 9 News.
All right, thanks, Marina. Well, sidelined at the White House with COVID-19. President Donald Trump now floating the idea of pushing back the next presidential debate by 2 weeks so he could take the stage with Democratic challenger Joe Biden. This after Trump said he would not participate in the town hall-style debate if it was held virtually. Joe Biden's camp is rejecting the proposed delay. Ultimately, the Commission on Presidential Debates will make the decision, and then the candidates will decide whether or not to participate. And now, of course, the future of how the upcoming presidential debates will be conducted remains in question. A political science professor at Northwestern College predicting challenges with a virtual debate and also says the effectiveness of it is yet to be determined.
It will be interesting to see how that just impacts the dialogue. I mean, on one hand, I could see it kind of tamping things down. On the other hand, it's like, well, if they're not there and you're just talking to a camera, and maybe it'll even be greater disregard for the rules.
Professor Jeff Vanderwerf says being in proximity of another person does make it easier to read their body language. And we are less than a month away now from the general election, and it seems like you can't turn on the TV without seeing at least one political ad. Some people tell KCAU 9 News that with COVID-19 protests across the country and the current economic climate, it has been difficult for them to focus on the upcoming election.
Just like in comparison to their regular life or their job or, you know, getting their studies done, or I've got a paper to write tomorrow. It's just, it's down the order or the list of things that are most important.
And coming up tonight at 6, KCAU 9's Jessica Watson shares how some Siouxlanders are responding to this election season. It is time now to turn our attention to the weather. Welcome back. Meteorologist Marcus Beasley standing by for us, and you were greeted by some beautiful weather returning from your vacation.
That's right. I was wondering if it was going to be cold or not since I was away for a couple of weeks, but seeing some very nice weather outside today, and it looks like we'll continue to see some nice weather here tomorrow and into the weekend. High temperatures today reaching up into the upper 70s and low 80s for most of us. A high recorded of 79 in Sioux City and Yankton, 80 degrees for your high temperature in Wayne today, 82 in Norfolk, a little cooler to the east, 76 in Cherokee, 75 for your high in Storm Lake, both Carroll and Denison getting up to 77. Overnight tonight, temperatures, they will drop down into the lower 60s for most of us, right there around 60 degrees or so, give or take a degree or two here or there. So it is going to be a mild night throughout Siouxland. It looks like tomorrow it's going to be hot, almost summer-like here throughout the area. Details on that and what the weekend's looking like coming up in the 9 on 9. Sophie?
All right, thanks a lot, Marcus. And taking a look now at the COVID-19 numbers across Siouxland, Woodbury County health officials recording 109 new cases in the past 24 hours. 54 patients currently in the hospital with COVID-19 symptoms. Woodbury County has more than 6,100 total cases now. In Nebraska, Dakota County has 14 new positive tests today. The county has recorded more than 2,300 total cases. And in South Dakota, Clay County reports 54 active cases, the county topping 600 total cases. The Tyson Event Center and the Orpheum Theater in downtown Sioux City releasing a comprehensive reopening strategy for their venues today. Tim Savona, the general manager of Tyson Events, says that guests will not be required to wear masks, but it is highly encouraged. There will be plexiglass shields at all locations where staff and guests would be interacting. He adds guest capacity will be at 30% of what it's capable of, with 6 feet of separation between all occupied seats.
We're really excited. We also feel a lot of pressure, because we want to make sure we do it the right way, and we want to be smart with how we enroll everything, and we want our people to be that way as well, so that we can all come, we can have an event, we can enjoy something outside of our homes, and we can do it safely.
Savona says that there are several upcoming planned events there, including the Musketeers hockey games and comedian Joe Coy. After pulling the plug on a comprehensive relief bill, President Trump tonight opening the door for targeted relief, mainly for the airline industry, and $1,200 stimulus checks for individual Americans. KCAU 9's Washington correspondent Morgan Wright reports.
With President Trump rejecting negotiations for a comprehensive COVID relief bill, Maryland Congressman Jamie Raskin says the president isn't serious about helping Americans.
Getting like 90% of the way there, then to blow the whole thing up and say, no, just let the president write a bunch of checks that will get in people's mailboxes a week before Election Day. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a very good plan to me.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says despite delays, she's still optimistic about reaching a deal.
I'm hopeful because it has to be done.
Pelosi is still in talks with the Treasury Secretary about relief for airlines, an industry that faces massive layoffs. But administration officials say Pelosi doesn't really want a deal.
It's been bad faith negotiations. If she wants to change her mind, we can get this done in a day.
White House trade advisor Peter Navarro.
If Nancy Pelosi wants to get off her high horse and dime, I mean, look, I can't say this too many times. Nancy Pelosi is inflicting pain and misery on the people of America in order to basically try to make sure Donald Trump doesn't win the presidency. It's despicable.
Navarro says defending and protecting the American people is the president's primary goal. In Washington, Morgan Wright, KCAU 9 News.
13 people tonight have been charged in plots against Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, including a plan to kidnap her at her vacation home. Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel has charged 7 people with plotting to target law enforcement and attack the state capitol building in Lansing. Currently, we do have mugshots of 5 of those 7. All 13 men are linked to a militia group known as the Wolverine Watchmen. And the announcement comes after 6 others were charged with plotting to kidnap Governor Whitmer in reaction to what they view as her, quote, uncontrolled power, according to a criminal complaint unsealed today in federal court. Financial uncertainties are hitting families and nonprofits alike as the global pandemic continues. But for folks in a giving mood, Tim Seaman will join us now to show us an easy way Siouxlanders can lend a helping hand coming up.
And overnight tonight, it is going to be breezy and mild. Tomorrow looks hot, and we'll have a rain chance Sunday night. Details on all of that coming up after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Sophie Erber and meteorologist Marcus Beasley. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
and then those 60s will return for the end of next week. So we are going to see some more fall time temperatures in the forecast for next week, but we still have a few days here this weekend where we're going to see summertime temperatures here in Siouxland before I think we really see that cool down.
I'm enjoying this gradual march towards fall. I'm hoping maybe it's indicative of how our winter will be too.
Hopefully. I like the warmer temperatures, so I'm enjoying it too.
I'm with you there. All right, thanks a lot, Marcus. Well, even during the age of social distancing, one pastor continuing to use the teachings of the Bible to provide for the Latino community. How he does it coming up in today's Hispanic Heritage segment. But first, financial uncertainties hitting families and nonprofits alike as the pandemic continues. But did you know rounding up your change at the grocery store could help? Tim Seaman explains how next. We're all very aware of how local nonprofit agencies are being negatively impacted by the pandemic. Tim joins us live now to explain just how easy it could be to help one Siouxland group. Hi, Tim. Good afternoon.
Sophie, fundraising, of course, is the lifeblood for nonprofit agencies, and the pandemic is changing the way those groups actually have to do that. And that's why October is such a big month for Sioux City's Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, and why I'm here at Fareway this afternoon. Let me explain why. Now through October 17th at the 4 local Fareway stores, shoppers will be asked if they'd like to round up their purchase with proceeds going to Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Boys and Girls Home is committed to improving the lives of children and families, and by rounding up your order by 50 cents or $1, whatever it might be, you can help in that mission. All you have to do is say yes when you're asked if you'd like to round up. And one of those helping make that happen is Tony Melvin. He is the manager here at the Morningside store. And Tony, thanks for letting us stop by. Tell me a little bit about why this works with what Fareway does.
Well, you know what, Fareway, we're family. And so what better way to support families of Siouxland than to do a roundup and to help those families.
Pretty simple task and an easy way to help in. Tom Bastron is the assistant manager out at the Northside store, and I'm curious, Tom, I know you guys are excited about this and the other groups that you help. What do you hear back from the customers during these types of events?
Anytime that we can keep a fundraiser local and for children, people seem to be very receptive of that.
Yeah, it's a good giving community that we have, no doubt about that. So what do you need to do? It's very, very simple. All you have to do is say yes when you go through the checkout. And Terry Dooley is the development director at Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, and I want to talk to her here for a second as well. And Terry, as I mentioned, fundraising is a different animal right now in the middle of COVID. So how have you been impacted at the agency?
You know, the needs continue. They're greater than ever. But as usual, the community steps up. So this partnership with Fareway has been amazing. We're learning to do things new and different. We're pivoting. That's what we're doing on every day. We're pivoting because we want to continue to take care of the kids and change lives right here.
And this is a month-long event. As I said, there was an online auction earlier at KSCJ Radio, Fareway here through the 17th, correct? Through the 17th. And there's yet one other event we want to make sure that you know about. Take a look at this now, and you can get the details on that. It's a special event that is also targeting kids, and it will be a virtual event. The annual tailgating for our kids auction goes virtual with a live stream beginning at 7 o'clock on October the 15th. So put that on your calendar, and if you'd like some more information, the number is there, 293-4700 is how you can get connected to that. So some great ways to help a great agency here in our hometown community here in the month of October, Sophie. And I know that you'll be rounding up the next time you come by for fruit and vegetables, right?
I've actually never been to a Fareway, so this is going to give me an excuse. I was just talking about that off camera. Thanks a lot, Tim. Well, aiding parishioners is what pastors do best, at least spiritually speaking. One pastor is using the Bible tonight to care for his Latino community. How he does it coming up in today's Hispanic Heritage segment. Don't go away. The stretch of weather we've been having, we really are spoiled, and today that trend does continue. As you mentioned, a cool down on the horizon, but for now, just a beautiful overnight.
Yeah, really nice evening setting up for us. We're going to continue to see comfortable temperatures, 61 degrees overnight tonight, mild and breezy winds around 5 to 15, so not quite as breezy tonight as what we've seen today. And then as we head into tomorrow, we're going to have summertime temperatures, mid to upper 80s throughout Siouxland, plenty of sunshine all day long, well above the average temperature that we would see this time of year. And it looks like as we head into the weekend, we'll have some cooler temperatures Saturday, Sunday, but still above average in the lower to mid 80s on Saturday and Sunday. And then a cool down Sunday night and into Monday. We could see a few showers there Sunday night. Next week, looking more like fall with temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s.
More seasonal. All right, thanks a lot, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you back here at 6. Have a good night.